I just found out about this game last night on Steam, and I'm going to go through it and try to get everything up and running. This kind of game can be a little confusing. So it's got the roguelike system where you earn points from previous runs. I played a couple hours last night. So this will be the game setup itself. Okay, so your first selection is what kind of critter you want to live on. If you played the Wandering Village, they have that similar thing where you're on the back of a critter. So we'll just start with the regular mythical beast, and then this is your starting exploration island, and we're just going to keep it Treasure Island the default. Here you can oh, that's pretty good. Here you can select perks and things. So what we're gonna do is take just one adventurer, and I had heard one of them was good. You've got all sorts of time travelers and cultivators. I mean, you got Zeus from Olympus here. I don't know how good it is. That that sounds pretty good. I'll take him. Let's try him out. And then you've got stuff you can bring along with you, like these research diaries. And this gives you a jump start. So I've seen recommendations to take this. You can also take, a fancy weapon. I'm not going to do any of that. Let's just take all the research we can. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then you have also, of course, resources. So we've got 35 points. We could take a. Oh wow, these are cool. Who knows what all this does? I don't know what any of these does. Any of these do. But let's take an ice dragon thing. That'll be useful. And then as much lumber, timber, ore, and gold as we possibly can. I am going to go through the dialogue pretty quickly. Basically, we're a floating island. Well, I suppose it's a living creature. And we exist in the multiverse. We're just kicking around in the multiverse. All right, pretty grand ambition. Great. So I did play this a little last night, so I kind of know how to do. And I read a bit on the Steam forums. So this is, of course, it's got a long intro tutorial. So keyboard, blah blah blah. If you choose the bottom right option every time, you'll get the least dialogue. Otherwise, she just gives you a little intro. So over here is your important function button, and this gets you to, for instance, technology. What do we need to unlock? Oh, maintenance center. So you can go here to technology, and for the tutorial, it'll light up what you need to do. So let's unlock it. We're gonna need a lab 2. So instead of building buildings on the map and then, you know, workers coming to place them and everything, what they'll do is produce the buildings in this maintenance center. And then after that, you can build them. Yes, I already know how to get the tech. Okay. So now you can see under produce here on the lower left, we can produce a lab building. And we're just going to make one. And you can see it starts manufacturing. And it's done because it's an intro building. And we'll put it somewhere close by that we can remember. And this is how you... So once you're done, the interface can be a little weird. So you can see it's popping up this stuff. That's because I'm still in building mode. So I have to turn off building mode first. Then I can select the lab. And what you do here is research any materials you've got on you. In this case, we took those research diaries, and those are going to give us a lot of points as they go through. So to get through the tutorial, we're going to be researching, unlocking the basic stuff. We can unlock all this ahead of time. It's limited by your island level, so you've got access. We have access to level 1 right now. So, and then we do the same thing. We're going to need a guild. We're also going to need a workshop pretty soon, so we'll start that off right now. And we will need a trading house. These are all very quick. What we're going to do is start 10 dormitories, because we'll need more of those later. Okay, the guild is sort of your management for adventurers. So we're just trying to fly through the tutorial as fast as possible, show off some of how this works. I love it. I love spending money. You can see I've produced several dormitories now. I haven't gotten to the stage where you need, you know, say, service building, so I'm not sure if you're going to need a service building radius, or, you know, if you're going to need your houses to be near the service buildings, etc., etc. So we can freely, I think we can freely move these. Yeah, we can freely move these. Okay, now this is an important part that took me a couple of minutes to figure out how to do when I first played, is this airship here. This is where we recruit things. So we'll recruit our 2 villagers. And this also has something that we want to do frequently, which is enhance. So let's enhance our tourists. We don't have a whole lot of resources, so we won't spend it all on this, but the more tourists come through, the more they'll buy from our stores down here. Okay, we're trying to recruit 5 villagers. There we go. So that airship, this airship also has quests and stuff to buy. So if you go to the airship, let's see. Okay, yes. All right. As part of the tutorial, it will ask you to open the portal, which is over here. We open the portal. And we now have, in the lower right, we now have access to the island button. Oh. There we go. And this is your exploration. So when you move your Leviathan around the world map, then which is right here, but we can't open it yet, then you get these islands, and you can talk to people in them, and basically there's a building and Majesty style farming mode out here. This guy, okay, so weirdly it doesn't actually show you this, but the lighthouse is like right there off to the right of the survivor, and we'll use a Majesty style system to place an occupy flag. And we'll say yes. And you'll see on the left a bunch of our adventurers accepted it. Okay, I accidentally skipped something there, but what it said was the adventurers collect stuff and then sell it to you. So, while we are waiting, also, let's make sure we have enough of these guys. Let's see if by chance, I think you have to wait for a refresh. Up in the upper left here, you can see the airship will leave in 8 minutes, and then it returns after another, 5-ish minutes or so. So this building, the trading house, is how you buy stuff for crafting. So you will be clicking on it a lot, and although I guess it doesn't matter since you have the fast access, so I'm going to put it out of the way. You can see under function, you'll get trading house here. Oh, okay. So it's going to intro to you the trading house. Oh, it's still in build mode. That's fairly annoying. The build mode thing. Okay, trading house. Yay. Basically, no, we have nothing now because the adventure's just started. So they're going to be running back and forth. Uh-oh, I'm out of timber. That's okay. Let's put one of these in the queue. Oh, but I'm not allowed. Okay. So we were mining ore, and we need timber. So you can see if we click here, one of our adventurers is coming to sell her stuff. There she is. Okay, and she's got all this stuff available. So what are we low on? What we'll do is we'll set up pre-orders. So if you click, say, 100 and then click pre-order, and let's say iron ore, we'll pre-order 100 ore. Makes you select 100 again, but pre-order. And timber, we want to pre-order 100 of this. Actually, we want, say, 500 of that, because we'll need a lot of timber. And let's see here. Stone, another pre-order for 100. We'll be generating this ourselves. And shells also. You will need to make something in the future, so let's pre-order some shells. Okay, now that we've bought a few things, we still need 75 stone. And we'll dip back into the lab to make sure it's researching something. So these research diaries go really fast. And then you can research just any old thing you pick up. So iron ore, whatever it might be. And since we're only level 1, we've already unlocked all the tech for this level, which is fine. Okay, so we need that stone. Let's get these guys off of here and have them produce stone instead. Let's check our enhancements and see what we can do here. Basically, adding more adventurers is never a bad idea. And then, oh, this would be nice if I had the timber for it, which I do not. How about this one? Better consumables, sure. Why not? Oh. I must have run out of some kind of material there. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, we've been building all those dormitories, so let's stop the dorms for now, and... Oh, perfect. Okay. You can only build a max of 9 dorms, so we managed to actually be right on target. We'll put down an adventurer dorm, and what that'll let us do is... Oops. So here's our Adventurers Guild. What you can do is view the missions, which apparently I have none because they finished that Occupy. Then you can manage adventurers, and you can see Zeus wants to live here. He was our starter guy. So now he lives here. And you can, from here is how you access the character menus, where, similar to a lot of wushu games, you can set up to 3 like internal skills or manuals, and then you can also change their equipment. You can give them equipment directly, but this is a Majesty like, so they'll typically just buy. They'll buy their own weapons if you can provide them. Okay, now we just need a little bit of timber. Eventually we're going to need a workshop as well. Let's see here. So in the early game you have to clear a bunch of this junk out. Like, I need a lot of room here. So what let's do is speed up time. Oh, let's check the trade house actually. We'll look for more timber. Okay, so you can check your pre-order statuses here. Surplus being how much time you have left, or how many items left in the order. So you can see we're buying all the timber that's coming in. I happen to know we'll need these as well. The upholstery. And some of this other stuff like fur. Oh yeah, fur is fairly important. So we'll put in a pre-order for fur. And we'll hope for timber. Come on, where's the timber? Yeah, there we go, okay. So, a pergola is an inn. And this is where they go to sleep. Sort of. It's more like they rent things, or rent a room type of a deal. And she's going to tell us how we staff and stock these things. So we built that workshop earlier, and we can barely fit it in here, it looks like. Okay, and this is, hey, how do you build a workshop? So you get out of building mode, then you click your workshop, and you queue up a plank bed here. You say make 10 of them. We're also gonna go ahead and start making 500 of these fur dolls. Well, let's hold off on that. Chaos artifact. Yeah, okay, so Yeah, like this. We can start manufacturing. Okay, so you've made your beds. And, well, now what? Well, now you go find the pergola, or sales building, and you go say edit, you check what you want to list, set it to infinite, if that's how many you want, and list it. And now we're charging 34 gold for them to sleep in a nice wooden bed. Okay, and okay, they do want us to make fur dolls, so let's make fur dolls. We got enough, good. Okay, the airship's coming in 2 minutes. Let's just wait for this to finish, and we'll list it. Oh, right, we need to list that in the craft stall. Which we will build here. And the craft stall is another shop item. So I'm kind of keeping the shops over here for now. And they want us to put all the fur dolls in there. Same process. And I went ahead and made some of these photo frames too, which sell for a lot more, of course. So now we can finally level up our guy. This levels up the island itself. You can see, oh, the requirements for the next level have increased. Okay, now we're sort of in a do a little more than we, or now we can do a little more stuff here. Now we're a little more freeform. We've unlocked all the level 2 technology. So this will increase the number of dorms we can put down. This will let us build some more things. Again, I'm trying to get sort of up and running as quickly as possible. So the game does, you can read more about this stuff if you want to. Alright, we finally have our second airship coming. Here it comes right here. Which is good, because we need workers. We have space for 20 workers, and we only have 5. Okay. They only gave me 1, which is unfortunate. So let's hit the lab again, finish off our last research diary, and as you can see we still have stone, and that has 5 studies remaining, so go ahead and start manufacturing. Let's check the trading as well for fur and stuff. It would be excellent if you could sort this thing. But I do not see a way to do that. So right now I want some things that I need, like the fur, stones, etc. But I also am looking for these green numbers, meaning they're at a discount. Because I might as well pick up stuff like grapes and research it. Okay, here's stone. Let's pre-order 100. Oh, we already have a pre-order. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, it's updating. Okay, so since we're now kind of set up, let's check the airship again. I really should be able, yeah, there we go, okay. Maybe they have to walk off before you can recruit them. Alright, now we got a few more people. Let's get rid of some of this stuff that is in the way. All of this stuff is in the way. Okay, looks like they finished off some trees. So let's check out some more trees. Oh, actually, let's put him in the workshop. So you can assign people to everywhere, basically. And you should. That'll speed it up. So this guy needs chaos artifacts. And what else do we need? Oh yeah, beds. Can we get some thatched grass, perhaps? There we go, thatched grass. Let's buy 100 of it. Though we won't set up a pre-order. So what I got, 680. Let's make 50 of them. Okay, so let's check on our island while we're here. So this is your island. We captured the first lighthouse, which clears our area around it. You can see there are critters here, and you can see our adventurers are actually running around kind of on their own. But what we want to do is set bounties, which will give them points, satisfaction points, and kind of confine them to a certain area. You can adjust the amount of stuff you're going to kill by clicking the up and down arrows. For instance, I happen to know we need to kill 150 crabs, so I'll set that order up now. That lets them use a bigger group and stuff like that. They can bring more guys. It may be a little difficult to see, but there are 2 more towers over here that will occupy eventually. And now our little adventurers have started to run around and fight slimes. This guy has bear. I noticed those guys do pretty well. So while they're fighting slimes on the treasure island, we can see we're still buying stuff. Now that they have bounties posted, they can run back to town with the materials when they're done with it. They'll be able to afford more stuff, although we're not selling a lot right now, just beds. So we have 1 million beds to go. We can't recruit anybody else. Oh yes, okay, so if you click merchant from the airship, you'll be able to check out order, which is quests. So if we were to make, I don't know if I've got the ingredients. Oh yeah, okay. So if we make a lab and a trading house, those should finish before this leaves. Anyway, once we have those, we can submit them, and the merchant will give us gold. More importantly, we can buy from the merchant. For instance, let's buy this well. These are pre-built buildings, so you can just place them, which is cool. And then you can also buy, hey, iron and timber and basic construction materials. These kits you do have to go and open from storage, and they're going to be under available. Anything you can open is under available. You right click it, you'll get your stuff. fact, we should check on Zeus and see if we can give him this armor. So let's go to the adventurer's dorm. Check on him. So he has a terrible iron helmet. Let's give him a real one. To equip things, you have to click preview first, then click apply. So what else is he got? Okay, 172. Let's give him the highest score. They can also get mounts somehow. I'm not there yet. Okay, so he's got a necklace. And maybe some shoes, boots, yep. Okay, Zeus is pretty tricked out now. There are all sorts of little ways to find him and follow him. Well, that's not him. Is that him back here? Yeah, that's him. These little guys are beating up the sign. And so now oh yeah, okay, so the bounty's complete. So while we're here, put down another one so they can keep farming it. These are just real low-level quests, which is what we want to get our guys up and running. You can also talk to all of these people. Okay, right, this is the guy who wants the 150 crabs dead. So we got that started. And we'll get that eventually. Okay, so the other thing we need to do is produce... I don't know if these will be done. Oh, that's right, I don't have my workshop or the maintenance building at full capacity. You need to assign people here as well, and that'll speed things up a lot. Meanwhile, back to the lab. Start researching some more stuff. When an adventurer wants to become a permanent resident, it'll pop up a green button here. Right now, we don't have any entries. So let's check our listings. So every once in a while, you have to refresh your stuff for sale. You can see we're still building and so forth. But we need additional workers to really... Oh, I see. This is reputation 5. You have a reputation building, basically what you have on your island and stuff. You also have completion goals for Treasure Island. You can see kill 1,000 ants or whatever. And then you have this random gift, which is very, very Chinese game-like. In Moonlight Blade, I'm always collecting random gifts. Okay, so we need more fur. This is just for the tutorial, and we are almost up and running, essentially. Okay, we already have plenty of orders for everything, so... Let's just make sure that our guys are fairly active. Let's see if we can start beating up, say, some green slimes. This function button here is very handy. Instead of trying to navigate the other menus, you can directly go to, say, the lab, research some more fur. The other thing it wants us to do is complete those orders we saw. So let's speed up time and get the airship back. We need workers badly anyway. All this stuff is in the way and must be cleared out. So to upgrade your island, you need reputation, which you get by building things. You need coins, which is obvious, and then you need aura, which is one of these buildings. So you have a bunch of, this is your airship landing right here. This is your flight sim building. I think that just comes with the area. And this here is how we feed the Leviathan, which is us. But we don't have any food. So when you have Leviathan food, you can feed it, and that will increase the experience faster. Okay, more villagers, yes. And it wants us to complete an order. So let's get people on all this stuff. We need to clear everything out, but we also need to keep our production building staffed. So he's staffed. The lab only needs one person. We're still working on that. The workshop needs all 3 people. That should speed things up quite a bit. Okay, then we can unlock the rest of all our level 2 stuff. The thing we got from level 2 that we want to build here is this spice stall. And let's build our well too. Oh, we don't need to be in super mode anymore. Okay, let's build our well. Okay, so it adds boost to aesthetics and what have you. Trading house, village dorm. Oh, right. Yeah, we could put down more dorms now that we have slightly more room. We don't particularly need these, since we just don't have enough workers anyway, but okay, and let's see if there are any orders. Oh, so this is the island reward I mentioned. And what you can do here is pick a reward. Since we completed 2 levels of this. We'll take the hot pot. I believe that last reward was a building item. I could be wrong, though. I don't see it anywhere. Under Enhance, you can add basically item modifiers, and you need to preview and then save them like the other guys. Okay, we have 2 guys available to work. So craft stall, oh yes, and let's not forget to make our spice stall. One of our quests is fulfilling the order. I know I've said that multiple times now. Let's see here. So let's go to the merchant, look for the order, and he wants a trading house, which we have. So submit, submit, and then let's see what he has for sale. Timber and fur, construction basics is good. These consumables we can flip for a profit. And this I'm going to buy for a jump start on the island, sort of tower defense mode, which is coming up. That's where I want to get to today is once you've got the island resource collection going, you're kind of in the full game. So we're close, but we need this purchase order to go through. How are we looking over here? Small crabs. Let's put another one down too. Yeah, we have D-rank adventurers that are just... I'll be very happy to get a bounty. Level all these slimes 4. Let's see, speaking of which, here's the guild, okay. So... maybe data... Oh, that's handy. Under data, we can directly edit this. Oh, this is going to save a ton of time. Oh, neat. Okay, so we've restocked easily enough. That's cool. And we should be able to build our spice stall, which we built 2 of for some reason. I don't know how that happened. Okay. The spice stall also sells this junk. Alright, let's see. We're still making dolls, frames, and currency. We are going to start needing some of this pretty soon. Like 100 of those. Check the lab. Gotta keep the lab going basically at all times. And check how we're looking here. So you can use a variety of Majesty style commands. For instance, here's a rock. We could put a collect bounty on it. Keep it a D rank. And then you do have good old explore flags. It's just an explorer. let's, since we don't have a lot of money actually. We only have 6 grand. I'm tempted to look for just low price supplies. Chaos artifacts, however, are quite good. Or rather, we're going to need a bunch of those for various things. So let's put the pre-order in there. As you can see, they already sold us 150 of them. So as these are coming in, they're getting fulfilled. Oh, but we need new stones and iron ore. You can see we don't have pre-orders for stones or iron ores. So stones, pre-order 500 of those. And say iron ore. I think this is probably the biggest pain point I've encountered so far, is this menu and not being able to sort by rarity or level. Okay, and now we've cleared our quest. Now we need a crafting table. It's right here. While we're in this menu, we may as well kick off building a blacksmith too. Okay, now we have free workers. Let's check on everything. This guy needs a worker. This guy could use a worker. We need more beds too. So you can see we've run out of upholstered and shells. So if we check our pre-orders, we still have okay, we still have them both up. But what would be good is if we could build some more beds. Alright, so let's check our feeding thing in case we got any food. Ah, yes. Oh, that's right, we got all this. Okay, sweet. So auto feed, we'll just keep feeding it to him. And that increases our aura gain, which will get us, which is what we need to qualify for the next level. And that will bring us to the final chunk of gameplay I wanted to show off, I believe, which is the town, the island building. At that point, we'll have covered everything, and then I'm going to play this for 8 hours straight. So I love these Majesty style games. That? Oh, that's another Leviathan going off. That's cool. You are ranked somehow against other Leviathans, and I'm unclear if that's a simulated thing in game or if it's, you know, maybe it's actually ranking you against other players. I don't know. It's hard to tell. And do not forget to enhance when you can. Although be careful that you don't totally bankrupt yourself, because you do need money for everything. Oh, well, I don't want to give him my only crafting table. Or did I already build it? No, I didn't. Right? Okay. And two of our adventurers, this red message here means two of our adventurers want to live here. So we go to the Adventurer Guild, go to Manage, and now you can see, and if I had multiple dormitories, this would let me tell them which one to put them in. Since they did both move in, though, that indicates we probably should place down some more dorms. I don't really like... Well, this can all be reshuffled once want some of this garbage out of the way. Okay. Plank beds. This needs other unlocks before it's useful. Okay, we're at level 3 now because we finally got enough aura. And this tutorial wants us to, I believe, I don't know what it wants me to do. I think it wants me to stick an accessory in there. But I don't have one yet. Okay, so workshop-wise, let's get our plank beds going, because they want 100 of those. And then we need to list them. And while we are doing that, let's go to technology and unlock the defense buildings we'll need for this last mechanic. So this will provide us some defense guys. Let's see here. And I'm going to leave the rest of this for another time. But so how this works is you build these buildings in the world, and they attract monsters, which you then you can station people in the buildings, or more realistically, you can build towers to defend against them. So this time, the way that, okay, so the buildings are, we're going to need to produce some of these. Okay, an iron mine, a lumberyard, and a quarry. Now, I already talked to him, and he wanted, oh yes, he wanted that. He wanted the 150 crabs killed. Okay, right. So now we have to go talk to Nick. And then it sends you to talk to Frank, who you just talked to. Then we talk to this guy. Since we killed 150 crabs, he's perfectly happy. And he wants us to occupy the next lighthouse, which is over here. But first, let's just go through the building on the island. So we had built our lumberyard and iron mine. Let's build our quarry. And you can place certain buildings on the island. So we have our city here. And then islands, you can move between the islands as well. But on the island, we can build, say, an iron mine. And that radius there is the radius it's going to be attracting monsters. So we still need a quarry, and what we'll do is we'll put down an arrow tower. And one straw gunman. We're going to build multiples of these. And you can see now the arrow tower is blasting everybody. And our straw gunman is running around hitting the slimes. He will also collect items for us. And if we wanted to post adventurers here, we could as well. We can put this level 1 in here. Alright, now let's drop the quarry. And there's one more building related to this, which is the... Yes, I know, Sylvia, yes. So we have a couple of little defenses. And then there's one more building that will gather chaos energy from the island. Basically, we want to gather all the chaos, 4,000 of it, and then we can leave the island for the next one. So, let's place a C rank occupy and send some of our stronger guys over there. I want to build a few more straw gunmen around because they pick stuff up and they'll defend this. So this is our occupy order, and this is one of our adventurers. These crocodiles are kind of a pain. But that is the sort of rundown on pretty much everything. This obviously will get a little more involved as you move to different islands. But in about an hour, we've got out of the very basic tutorial and kind of got our city up and running. And about 40% done killing our way through the lighthouse here, or the treasure island here. Oh yeah, so the last thing I wanted to show off was when you've completed your island, there is a world map. Okay, and this is us right here. It's a big floaty guy. And what you can do is hit explore. And after 20 seconds, this will reveal another island nearby that we can go to. Which we're not, of course, we don't want to do that. We're not done with the first one, but. Okay, and this popped up 2 islands. And I'll tell you, you know, oh, level 20 to 21, and there's some rare somethings. This one's level 21 to 61. But yeah, if I wanted to travel there, I would click route, and that will take our whole Leviathan, abandoning our this island here, and moving on to the next one. But I'm going to call it here, and I will have this VOD up just because it goes through the tutorial. And I'm gonna play this for like 8 hours straight because I love Majesty. You can recruit all sorts of crazy adventurers, time travelers, and cultivators, and Zeus, obviously. And this is beyond the scope, but there are a ton of ways, cultivation game ways to improve all these guys and reincarnate them also. I did want to point out that building. The reincarnator building is somewhere. It's one of these side buildings. Yeah, okay, reincarnation array. So you could send a guy here, and you max them out, then you send them in there, and they'll increase permanent stats. But I was very excited to find this game last night, and can't wait to play a lot more of it.